Timbers fall 1-0 at Inter&Co Stadium to Orlando City SC. And guys, winning on the road against the Eastern Conference is a really hard thing to do. Since 2021, the Timbers have only done it once in 5 years, and that was Evander's game winner against NYCFC early last season. But overall, this game brings up somewhat of a worrying trend in May. They've scored just one goal in their last 4 games, in the last 3 specifically: Seattle on Saturday, San Jose midweek, and Orlando tonight. Portland has been doubled up in shots after being outshot 29-14 against San Jose, and also today they were outshot 14-7.
Tactically, I thought we were matching them, apart from some of the mistakes we were making individually. The second half, I was proud of the effort, proud of the fight. But like I said to him at the end, is that when there's 5-10 minutes to go and you're crossing balls and there's probably 7 players not in the box and only Pipe more in the box, again, that for me is a team that's still naive, still wants to play with the ball. And I thought we showed a little bit of inexperience tonight. I thought our performance was inexperienced against a team that had experience.
Unfortunately, Portland, when they go on the road, it's almost like they have to survive the first 15 to 20 minutes before they can find themselves into the game. Even road matches that they've won, they've come out really slow. I think about that Colorado 3-0 early in the season. When they lost 2-0 to Nashville, they were absolutely on the back foot. And in the first 15 minutes of this game, Orlando had something like 4 shots and 80% of the ball. It's just staggering. The Timbers cannot come out like that. I know the Heat wasn't ideal, but Phil Neville not happy with the first half performance either.
The first half was nowhere near acceptable from 3 or 4 players. We addressed that at half-time. Players that were fresh, players that we look at, players that we feel as if are key players. Played nowhere near their level. They didn't give the team any kind of confidence and composure, and for the first 25 minutes we looked like a little bit like we were waiting to be beat 3 or 4-0.
There is a few positives from this game. I thought Christian Paredes and a David Ashala partnership was the best the midfield duo has looked in a little bit. In that second half, they were constantly getting to 50-50 balls after not having an ideal first 45, and Paredes, with Diego Chara injured and João Ortiz getting a lot of minutes on his leg, to get the captain's armband and play the way he did today was really important for this roster's strength going forward.
I thought they were outstanding. I really do. I thought they were outstanding. You look at they have a player in centre midfield, Araujo, and I think I've got to say I think Ayala is equally as good, if not better. I thought Paredes, Christian's in really good form. I think having the captain's armband really brings out the best in him. They were 2 fresh players, and we had other fresh players that I felt let the team down a little bit tonight.
A game like this brings up the question, when you need a goal, how is it going to come? Portland still need to prove that they can score not on the counterattack. When another team is in a low block, like Orlando today, who had a 1-0 lead, and they're happy to sit on that, how do you break through? The Timbers have felt like too many times we're looking for a perfect chance to shoot. They're not firing away enough. Too many times they would get their ball to feet, think about what they would want to do, and then do it. You aren't allowed that sort of mental real estate in Major League Soccer. You need to be more decisive. Portland wasn't that today. And it will come. I'm sure it will come. It's some of the growing pains with young players. But too many times Kevin Kelsey would get the ball to feet or make a good play pressing, but then wait too long and Orlando's players would get back in possession.
At this moment in time, we've got to grow up a little bit quicker than what we're doing. We've got to acknowledge that sometimes it's not going to be perfect all the time. We've got to have a little bit more ruthlessness to us, particularly the front 4 or 5 players. We've got to get in the box to score. We've got to have goal chances. We've got to get crosses into the box. We can't just play 5-a-side football when we get to the final third.
Overall, a disappointing result. But boy, is it nice that the Timbers have their next 3 games at home: Colorado, St. Louis, and San Jose. Very possible to get 9 points out of that. I would expect 7 out of the Portland Timbers, and they'll also get a 10-day break after facing Colorado on Wednesday. Let me know your thoughts from this match and what needs to improve for the midweek game.